Aquarius. So we're going to do a quick December love reading. I've had some requests, so I just started my YouTube channel last night. I've had some requests from some friends and family to do a love reading, which, I mean, I always watch my love readings too for all my sun, moon, and rising. I mean, who doesn't love love, you know? Who doesn't? That's what we're all about here, you know? These cards want to come out for you. Yeah, you know, we're all here to find love, either whether it's with friends, family, people you meet on the street. I mean, that's what we're all here for. Anything, any kind of love. Only you're gonna know how it reciprocates with you. So I'm just gonna get right into it because I feel like these cards are talking tonight. So I'm using right now. I'm not like putting like any descriptions or anything, but I'm using the Lovers Tarot deck. It's by it's by Jane Lyle, I think, but I love this deck. I think it's so simple, but the simplicity of it is what makes it so beautiful. I mean, I feel like it's kind of like the artistry on it is very to me, like, it reminds me, like, you know, Rome and Michelangelo and all those times. I don't know why, just who knows. I am no expert in any kind of way, but that's what it reminds me of. I mean, it's just plain navy blue with gold trim, but I just love the cards. But yeah, so this is going to be strictly a love reading, okay? Let's go. You already had 3 cards fall out. I feel like a lot of you are focusing on your marriage and the money within your marriage. There might have been a completely new beginning with that too. Maybe some of you guys just got married, or establishing some kind of relationship, some kind of solidity within a relationship. At the bottom, you have the Death card. No fears, kids. I love the Death card because to me that means it reminds me of new beginnings. It reminds me of, like, you know, when the leaves start to turn, and then in the fall, and then it's a Scorpio time too, ironically enough. Reminds me of when the leaves start to turn, and then they die, then they fall off the trees, they become bald, and then in the springtime you get the new buds on them. That's what the Death card is to me. It's the buds in the spring. It's the new beginning. I feel like a lot of you right now are focused on money within this kind of relationship. There might have been some kind of new beginning that came in within this relationship that was really fast and steadfast. And you might have been coming out of hard times, whether that's, I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of you Aquarians in this reading who this is going to resonate with and who's watching this is in a established partnership. I'm going to put the Death card down. Or just starting to become part of an established relationship. And it came in fast, and you guys are sharing your money. Because, I mean, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, pretty much everything is Pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles at the top, and then in the middle you have the 5 of Pentacles. To the left, Ace of Pentacles. The bottom of that you have the Hierophant, and then the Chariot. So you have 2 major arcanas, and then at the bottom of that you have the 7 of Pentacles, and then after that, the 9 of Pentacles. So some of you might just have been single, and then it just got into a new established relationship, and you guys are just trying to, like, figure out how to share your finances with one another. I'm going to clarify on the Chariot because I feel like I should. Oh, yeah, so, okay. So on the chariot, you have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, and then the Page of Swords. So some kind of new, fresh beginning, I feel like, in a relationship, maybe, where you guys are just starting to figure out how to share with one another, how to be equal, how to share your finances, and it's a totally new thing for you guys because you're really not accustomed to it. I feel like with a lot of Aquarians, you guys are so used to being independent and being the lone wolf, you know. So being with somebody and trying to actually set up like some kind of financial, what's the word I want to say? I don't know the word I want to say really. Some financial, just financial sharing doesn't come naturally to some of you. I know it doesn't to me. I'm an Aquarius moon. The finances, you know what I mean. I'm usually on my own, but I feel like you guys have just started some kind of. It doesn't have to be a marriage. It doesn't. Aren't these cards so pretty though? I know you can't see them because the lighting, but I usually read in the dark. I'm sorry. That's just what I'm comfortable with and how I roll. I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate with some of you, but that's just what I feel comfortable with, and that's how the messages come through to me, especially at nighttime, because you know you dream and they just come through, and that's just how I am. But it'll resonate with whoever comes across the video. But yeah, I just feel like you're not used to sharing your resources. You're just so used to being independent and alone, a lone wolf, whatever. And that doesn't have to be every Aquarius out there. I mean, you know, I'll go into that later. But you all have different. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Pentacles right now, but everyone has different signs within their chart. You know, I mean, it's just the way that it is. You know, you're not set in stone to any kind of identity, really. Yeah. So let's see. Ace of Pentacles. You have the Devil, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So I feel like, and I don't read, I know I said it in my first videos, but I honestly don't read textbook on tarot cards. I just see cards and I just spit the message. I feel like a lot of you, with your money in the past, weren't so good with it. You just kind of spent it on sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever. You know, you want to pack, you know, a 30 rack of beers or whatever your poison was. You know, you want this, that, and the other thing. You're gonna get that instead of maybe paying a bill or, you know, whatever, you know, just to satisfy the times. And I feel like whoever this person that's coming through for you, who you're sharing your resources with, isn't exactly like that. So they're going to be like, hey, smarten up. And there might be some kind of conflict over that kind of your reckless spending, so to say. And that's not gonna, like I said, I'm not trying to put anybody down. It doesn't matter. I mean, hey, I'm totally cool with that. Like, spend your money on what you spend your money on. But some people are actually trying to set up a foundation in life. They're better at some things than you are. And I just feel like in this reading, with the people who come across it aren't so good with money. So you spend it kind of recklessly, and the person that's coming in who's trying to set up something, they're going to come in and say, hey, you know, quit being excuse my language, quit being a fucking dumbass. Like, smarten up. Like, you know, we got to get squared away here, you know? I'm going to clarify in the Hierophant. I feel like a lot of you, though, a lot of your spending, and I know this is a love reading too, so I just feel like there is someone else involved in this, so that's why, I mean, it's a love reading and stuff, but I just read how I read. I'm sorry if it's not like so romantic for some of you, but I do feel like there's someone else involved, and it is based on a love reading. I feel like there's someone else involved who has their finances in check. It's probably, I feel like it's the male figure for most of you. And then the Aquarius female is not so good with money. She really just kind of goes out and does what she wants. And then she meets this guy and he comes into her life and she's just so used to spending it recklessly, and he has a problem with that because he's like, hey, like, you got to be smarter with your money, like, okay, um, get your ducks in a row, like, get square, whatever you want to call it, okay? I do feel like it's the guy who's like that, because you have the Hierophant here, and this guy he's set up he runs a tight ship. He's all set. Like, he's a major arcana. He's mature. But I feel like you're gonna get there before I pull any other cards, because I keep looking back at the Queen of Pentacles in this reading. I just keep looking back at it. I know it's horrible. Sorry. Horrible lighting, but like I said, I like to read in the dark, so I'm sorry. But I wish you could see the artistry on these cards, because, and I'll do some readings in the light soon. But these cards are just so beautiful. And the writing on it too, like the calligraphy or whatever you want to call it. I don't think that's calligraphy, but the writing is just so pretty. But the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to get there after this guy helps you out with your money situation. But, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Ace of Cups, the Fool. Whole new beginning. Whole new beginning after the Two of Swords. You know, you kind of had to choose which way to go. You're like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to, like, do I want to be that kind of woman, like, who listens to the guy who, tries to, I feel like, you feel like he's trying to control you a little bit, but he's not. He's just looking out for you. He wants you to be all set because he cares. And I don't know who this guy is, because I really don't have any significant cards. Like, I have the Devil, but I don't feel like that's the guy in here, and I have the Hierophant. I don't feel like that at all. I'm gonna see if any other cards come through. I'll pull some other cards, but you have the Ace of Cups, and then the Fool, and then the Two of Swords. So I feel like he's just trying to help you out. So I'm gonna ask Spirit and see, or if you're watching this video, you can ask your loved ones to come through, or whoever's his past, or who is in the future, or in the present, to come through and give you a message, if it, to help you out, to help you along your journey. But let's see if anybody comes through. King of Cups. Oh my gosh, like, so I just asked somebody to come through. In my head, I'm like, someone please show up, because I really don't have any court cards in this situation. I was just kind of spitting off words, but you have the King of Cups. So for some, and probably most of you, it could be someone who's a very emotional person. Could be a water sign, or just have water in his chart. Doesn't have to be, though. It really doesn't have to be. God, I just love these cards. I know I keep saying that, but they're so regal. They're so regal looking. They're so cool. This guy's a regal looking dude. So I feel like this guy's probably, for a lot of you girls out there, I feel like this is someone who reminds you of your dad. Whether he's here or past. I don't know why I felt like saying that. It's just my intuition. This guy reminds you of your dad, or your brother, or an uncle that you hold near and dear to your heart, or just some really good person that was really there for you emotionally. He's always kind of been there, no matter what. No matter what he had to do, he always was there. Yeah, I just feel like I should stop there. I'm so sorry if some of you are left in confusion. And the moon's at the bottom. But I do feel like I should stop there, and I'll be back next month with your love reading. Okay? Stay tuned. Bye now.